Today's video from Shop Stuff, we're taking a look at CountLab Model 1 cash register. So as the name suggests, Model 1 is the first in a range of basic entry-level tills. Model 1 is supplied without a cash drawer, so it's ideal if you're short on counter space or taking predominantly online or card payments and have no requirement for a cash drawer. Model 2 has a compact drawer, Model 3 has a standard size drawer. In this video we're looking exclusively at Model 1. I'll put up links to Models 2 and 3 at the end of this demo. All I'm going to do in this video is basically use the machine, cover the functions and hopefully give you enough information for you to decide whether the machine's suitable for your business or not. So the machine is supplied with a just over 1 meter long power cable. So it is a mains powered machine, it's not battery operated, you will need access to mains power. It's also supplied with a thermal till roll. Loading the till roll paper is nice and easy. You simply pinch here, lift up the printer cover and then drop your thermal till roll paper in to the printer well. Close over the printer cover and then the till roll's loaded, ready for use. There's a rocker switch on the side. Just press that once to power the machine and then turn the key round to the reg position. So you can see the machine supplied with 3 different mode keys. One's a manager key that will turn to all the positions and the others will only go so far to give the manager a bit of control over programming and reporting. So sales operation is fairly standard for a normal till. Simply type in the amount of money here, assign that amount to one of your 16 department buttons, repeat that procedure for each line of the transaction, subtotal, and then you've got 3 pre-programmed method of payment buttons, cash, card and check. So if you're using this machine without a drawer, you're predominantly going to be using the card button. You press that, it comes up and says card on the till receipt, which is also what it'll print at the end of day report, which I'll show you later. You'll notice a till receipt printed out automatically. You don't have to have a receipt print out with every sale. You've got a receipt on off button here. You press that once, you get a little dot appear on the screen, and that means that with the next sales transaction you won't get a receipt automatically print out, but if the customer requires a receipt, you can simply press the receipt issue button here and you get a receipt print out for the transaction. You'll notice on the receipt that the department text and the receipt header message is pre-programmed, so it always says your receipt and then thank you in the bottom. In terms of programming the machine, you can program preset department prices and you can program the date and time, but you can't edit the print. So you can't edit the receipt header message, the footer message, or any of the department text. It'll always say department 01, department 02, and so on. If you're looking for a machine that has that functionality, you need to look at CountLab Model 5, which is a very similar machine, but enables you to edit the programming. Personally, I prefer the pre-programmed non-editable version because there's less that can go wrong. The receipt is clear and the report is clear, so for me personally it's not a big problem. If you are doing programming on the machine, it's an absolute doddle. So I've got the manager key loaded, turned the key round to the program position. If I want to program one of my preset buttons with a price, I simply type in the price, £5, and then hit that department button, and that's the programming done. I can now turn the key back to the reg position, and when I sell that department, department 8, it's preset to the £5 price, which is also where you can use the multiply button. So you can go to multiply department 8 and it will sell that department twice. So it's good, it's got the ability to have preset prices. You can use the multiply button even if you haven't got preset prices, so you can do 2 multiply, then an amount of money into a department. You can also do fractional entries on the machine, which is a bit of a niche function, but not every machine at this price point would have that function, so I'll show you how to do that. 2.5 multiply and then your preset button, and then again once you've finished the transaction, subtotal and card to finalize. And again, if you want a receipt to print out, you've got a receipt issue there. So some of the other function buttons, you've got paid out, which is paying a supplier, received on account. They're not really applicable for this machine because you're using it with a drawer, but you have got the function there. You've got a returns button, so if you accept returns, you can process them via the returns button. You can also void items within a transaction, and you've also got a percentage discount button on there as well. So that's the main sales function of the machine. You then, in terms of your reporting, you have an X mode, which will give you a flash read, so a non-resetting report. It's exactly the same information that you'd get on a Z report, except the data doesn't reset. When you come to do your end of day, you turn the key round to the Z position. It's the same process, cash button in the Z mode, and this is your end of day report. It's very clear and concise, so it says Z, day's report at the end, and you get, at the top, and then you get the sales split down by department. So it's the amount of sales and the value through each department. You've got a subtotal, and then you've got your method of payment there. So I've only taken card payments. There's no cash in drawer, but it would split those out. If I'd done refunds, then obviously they'd be on there as well. One thing I do like about the machine is the Z reporting is very simple and very clear. There's no grand totals or cumulative consecutive counts. So what I've done there is I've run a Z report. After that one, you can see all the figures are back to zero. So there's no ambiguity when you're running your reports. It's all nice and simple. Now turn the key back to the reg position. So that's the CountLab Model 1. Ideal if you're short on space and just want a simple till to process sales transactions, issue receipts, and issue an end of day Z report. When you order the machine, as I say, I recommend ordering it with a box of till rolls. And if you're using it in a hospitality environment, anywhere serving food or drink, then I'd recommend ordering it with a wet cover so you can give the machine a bit of protection. And then we also offer a mains cable extender. So the cable that we supply with the machine is just over 1 metre long, but you can also order one of these extenders, which is 2 metres long, if you're not that close to the power supply, or you're running the till at events where you're not always guaranteed to have the closest spot to a plug. So I hope that video has given you enough information on the CountLab Model 1. If it hasn't, you can message us through YouTube, or you can visit shopstuff.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also check out the other CountLab tills, the sales demonstration videos of which are probably appearing on screen now. Thanks for watching.